And you want me to be or harm and I'm ready that I mean reading, which I will do it when I'm working on the 10 key observations of Asante Kotoko gamer or my boy against a team friend Carolina United. There are one Baku in 45 comments, the other one had 28 comments. They're focusing on player analysis, match ratings, 48 comments. They're focusing on the home form of Kotoko, 28 comments. So I have almost 70 comments to read in the evening. And in the evening, there will be more like a podcast, a lengthy video. I will be breaking things down. But this afternoon, a different exercise before I'm ready. And this one is very, very important. There are two schools of thought. Ebimujina said, no matter the results about Asante Kotoko this season, sacking of Ogum should not be on the table. We can only talk about that after the season ends. And there were others who almost say, if Kotoko kobo against Accra Lions, that's a resource now nkoye na Kotoko kudin kugua yentimin kase that should not be an idea on the table. So where do you stand? Should we start thinking about sacking after season or a defeat against Accra Lions, which will be a very, very unfortunate incident? Should that happen, let's start considering that. Well, this is Obed TV, and I need your comment on that. I need your comment, pa. Now, in the evening. But this particular afternoon, we have a nice exercise here, Baba. And this exercise will focus on why Asante Kotoko, 5 reasons in Tia. The game against Accra Lions is a must win. Or if Kotoko and Timmy are picking maximum points, it will be a breaking moment in the current Asante Kotoko team. There are two things. There's something called turning point. I know you had to say, why she has no sorry, a positive turning point. Or it will be a breaking point in that Asante Kotoko setup. But no, one juma. And I remember my new mama kumunti as a Kotoko dim kunim at all costs against Accra Lions. This is Obed TV. Now, first of all, Obi Obed catcher said Kotoko game against Accra Lions, a match more for no, not winning the outcome. And it will be the toughest game our coach Ogum about this season, just based on the league table. You see, Carolina United got the ball over this weekend out of 4 points. The next team I got the ball will prepare purely goal stars on a 15th position or 3 points. Then you talk about Heart of Lions. And Heart of Lions also at a 12th position on the league table. On over 3 points. Heart of Lions. So about draw Malcolm Yensa over 3 points. So the 3 teams are got Konoma Bono. We are talking about Carolina with 4 points, Heart of Lions with 3 points, Baby and Go Stars with 3 points. Then you come and look at Accra Lions over 5 points in the league table as we speak. And just 2 points off a team, the friend Bofo Akwatano, over 7 points. Now, Lions have been on the road twice, and they've remained unbeaten in the Ghana Premier League so far. Their first game, Omoko Tapani Midiama, in the CAF Champions League qualified to the group stage, a 2-2 draw. And I'm just painting a picture of the of the Accra Lions team. I'm going to face Lagos Cities. And I'm going to call Brekum a couple draw with Brekum Chelsea 1-1. So look at these 2 away venues. A draw against Brekum Chelsea and a draw against Midiama. And a win against Lagos Cities. Sad venues even a Kukudam Kokro. So for Accra Lions to move to Midiama and move to Brekum and pick a point and remain undefeated should tell you the kind of opponent Asante Kotoko and anybody share. And this takes me to my first point. A massive confidence for the team. Say, oh share why a win is necessary against Accra Lions. First reason, the kind of confidence about the team if you're able to beat such an opponent. Why you good on the road and once I solid which is against Lagos Cities. And put it at the back of your mind, Lagos Cities end up, that was 6 points. And they are third. So they play against Brekum Chelsea, Midiama, and Lagos Cities that is doing very well under Parkwesi Fabian. And they've remained unbeaten. So if you beat such a team, and your confidence for one Kasa coach Ogum and your setup. Because after the goal they considered against Kerala, you realize that the confidence of the team never formed. So the morale I team no, it needs to be uplifted. And supporters better our moral backing, and better our motivations. But at the about a better team that upliftment in terms of how the players feel within themselves is a win. And you have a perfect opportunity against Accra Lions this particular weekend for you to get a win, to turn things around for you, to boost the confidence of the players. Mrantian for front abano, or pressure and be said that. Into some more bonnet couldn't be a bar, not a mabamu boot more, nay, Johnny do more. To couldn't be an air that air. I ever good genuine janaso. And that is why they cannot afford someone shedding a friend Accra Lions. Away from that, the second reason, you see, history is very, very important. Now, when you come to Asante Kotoko and look at the kind of matches at Kotoko, and Accra Lions are born in the Ghana Premier League, what you realize is that Kotoko and Accra Lions matches mostly go in favor of Kotoko. So if we zoom and focus on head to head, let me read the matches at Kotoko and Accra Lions are in the Ghana Premier League. And that will be something a boy a conversation in the past. Head to head between Kotoko and Accra Lions. In 4 matches, because Accra Lions are Ghana Premier League, 2 seasons. So in the 4 matches at Kotoko and Accra Lions are born. Kotoko win in 3 and a 1 and in a draw. So Kotoko Accra Lions 1-0. Kotoko Accra Lions 4-0. So last season it was a back-to-back win for Asante Kotoko against Accra Lions. And last 2 seasons there was a 3-1 win for Kotoko and a 1-1 scoreline at Accra Lions home. So in 4 matches, Kotoko winning 3, at Accra Lions and winning 1. So protecting the history is very, very important. And the second reason, and Nunti Kotoko didn't win against Accra Lions. Because Sesaba said under Ogum, Kotoko record the first defeat against Accra Lions. That becomes scary for the coach and also for the team building process now. But the history is very important, protection of the history. Oshaya this season, Asante Kotoko lose the first game to be any Gold Stars. Let's put that at the back of your mind, because Kotoko be any about 4, 2 draws, 2 wins for Kotoko. Last season, ball draw had there, but the previous season, Kotoko be any Gold Stars for Kumasi. Until 1 draw home, 1 win home. Away, near 1 draw, 1 win. But fast forward this season, Gold Stars are Kotoko first game. So if you go and play against Accra Lions and you lose again, that means you are now setting bad records as a manager. And Ogum are making. Your first coming, the records were positives. But when Okona lose, it means that now records are all setting a bad records. Teams are now beating Kotoko for the first time. And I believe you would want to protect that history and prevent those negative records from happening. And that is why you need to go protect the record and win the game. And the first point is team confidence. The second point is protecting the history. Very, very, very important. And you cannot do away with it. Because at the amount for Ogum abaso, records of ST, the positive ones. Koroko takwa no akwashe. Orem suga pope no akwashe in the first time. No uremu domano akwashe aduana in the first time. In so many years. And these were encouraging records. And a cemented or legacy. Emma the lab and Asante Kotoko supporters were on the course. So this time around, if you don't win, not almost shower. This season, 4 matches, Gold Stars have shot for the first time. Accra also shot for the first time, and now these are not positive signals. And Kotoko must not let that happen. Protect the history. The third point, which is very, very important, and yes, looking at the current league table, league table now, Midiama, our match is some. But the standing on the league table, okay, if they are to win the outstanding game, what it means is that Kotoko better league in Asen, they'll be last on the league table. And what that means is that se Obiafa league table na Kotoko da Asia, it's not good. So to raise your standing, your position on the league table is another reason in tier you cannot afford to lose a game against Accra Lions. Because the league in a fat table now Kotoko da Asia, now Kotoko da relegation zone together with Bechem United, together with Midiama. But what you might not know here say, those teams now only on the dead Asia. Bechem United play away against Samates and they lost. Gold Stars go away and lose to Lagos Cities. In their next matches, these teams will be home. And you know Gold Stars or Bebiani, they win most of their matches. You know Bechem United when they are playing at Bechem, they win most of their matches. And the teams look often say league table no. One more Kotoko in terms of position had to folk. Social league table now had to folk. Let's even pick it from a year Heart of Lions. Heart of Lions that 12th position. Obebo home. Dreams FC at a 13th position or an standing game. To Obasa standing game, you best have another home game. Maybe any Gold Stars Ebebo home this weekend on the 15th. But Chembebo home this weekend. Midiama ewo home ba akobo. So if you don't win and you still remain at 2 points, the potential say teams yina almost 3 points yeah. Should they win, that means now you will be at 2 and the closest team of Ben will probably have 4 points. And about the son say and Bubofo was your Bimomo two master team 2 more. So imagine you pick the league table and over here not connect here. Then you check again, teams now on 3 points, 2 points more. And if these big teams start rising, people are not complaining because teams are Kesiano, Bechem Dasi Obi, Has da Obi, Baby any Gold Stars Obi. So people are not complaining. But should it happen? Say those teams start picking whilst you are not winning and under pressure and start about. So to raise the position of Kotoko on the league table, that Accra Lions game, no matter how difficult it is non-negotiable. And it should be a win that the club should go and pick to boost the confidence of the players, to protect the records, and to move up on the league table. The fourth reason, Kotoko against Ediana after that match against Accra Lions, to attract the fans to the stadium. Football is coming. And one major source of income, animal football clubs is a gate process, including Ghanaian clubs. So if you play against Accra Lions, not when Tinian Shah against Adriana, which is a market day based on the performance of Kotoko. Open matches are market there. A chita for Obed Stadium, a Diana match count, Mediama the account, has to folk the account. Some market day, no, say market day never saw. And now modern in the previous away game. And in this case, the previous away game will be Accra Lions. So you beat Accra Lions to send the signals to the fans to say, team no crunch to support. Not team no supporters never when scan the gate at their boot team no hobra. But Okona ko lose to Accra Lions pay. Question any draw match ne tombe den. Momba. They will not come. It's market day back one. Who clap Kotoko benye scan. Your performance if you don't win against Accra Lions. Ebe pamo me Jan Beka. Jan Elso. So for your next game, the sake of your next game, to motivate your fans and keep them happy, so that they will come to the stadium and win for the club. The next match, which is against Accra Lions, is not negotiable and should be a win. It's the same with him, DNA. Next Sunday, because Kwesiade's supporters need a buy, you know. Yes, they watch a good second half of Kotoko, but what performance not convincing enough to bring the person back to the stadium. I'll say 50-50. And 50-50, no, move up to 80-20, depending on results at Kotoko against Accra Lions. Should Kotoko go to Accra and beat Accra Lions, no, automatically, make us okay, we had a good second half, Yakaku win a next away game, let me come back to the stadium and support against a rival in the shape of a Diana Stars. But so, nipa no on back close to because of fan say maybe you no baba I am in time for the gym home coffee, so they will stay home. Affect attendance, or affect the money you get on the gate. And no boy against Diana. Most of the last season be your help to near Diana. The difference near fans, no. After said Diana said a dear difference was the fans. So you need the fans to cheer you up to win matches against Diana. And that Accra Lions game never trust a yembra or mumbra and also Montenegro. And that is my fourth reason. Now my fifth reason would be to build the trust the system agenda. When you trust the system agenda now, yeah, they two supporters need teams on trust the system agenda and fool. I remember Sunday Stadium, Nipa Bubu Eshia men I said Musi Enyabutre so buy. The fans are not used to that. So the last coach I bought league na Kotoko das here. Anytime yes I didn't miss their coaches maybe a pamon. It happened to David Duncan. What does he near pamon? And these are Kotoko fans are Kotoko Williams born a fan pamu coach. There have been so many instances Kotoko pamu coach for much poor performance than what we are seeing now. Or poor resource. For the performance, I'm pleased with it. But the resource, poor resource, because I will draw me a new Lusuba. Now, next match, now, come on, when to me, it's a poor resource. And there have been times got Pamu coaches than even these results. So, to help send signals to the fans to trust the system, it's a Kotoko Accra Lions. And Kotoko Accra Lions, and yes, a Kotoko. We share results now, my boss now. Kotoko win 3 Lions, ya one game pen and in the draw. And ye be a character na Kotoko Accra Lions. Accra Lions will be playing a decent game. They meet Kotoko the character, any experience. Because also musu sakakra. The experience they try from so. But now draw no mkonyo brekum. Any domana, any I can't say takona chile say. Sa character time. Ne ye chem one when you anye di ombe how. So, send here the message that we are preaching that the fans should trust the process. No? Send here but touch it out for the 3 years, as a sort of almost signals to have hope. What do you mean, Cassam India, dear Chisa, a bra me a dear beer, many when you boss almost a sign your man will cost Wintino, Mina Gideon or Chan home, my befa. The Kotoko fans are used to resource Nikoye. No go so pretty patience or but now we are telling them to look at the key factors in the game, the passing, the control of the players, the chance created. Yes, so no rather than the results. And this is new to them, and it will take them time to accept it. So you introduce the omnim dada, which is the results, and they be a results no kwa. Yes, I catch them so munya, but then I can't come on. Now, focusing on the key attributes, chances created, number of passes, how the team coordinates, how the defense organized, how the attack organized, the number of shots on target on mobile, and be money by a ding. And the amomo, tiasi and a bad ding. In the share, near we are, now I start to trust the process, no so. So even after I win, and I still telling them to trust the process because better things will come their way. Or the Syria just 70 minutes. But I see about stadium team now and share also on trusted process now. Or be skeptical. So I'll repeat it. That game on Sunday will be the turning point, a positive turning point, or will be the beginning of trouble. I'll be honest, it will be the beginning of trouble. Get your first 11 right, Coach Ogum. Macau has said your ability to read the game with your assistants, change things, and introduce players from the bench to make impact. I love your boldness with Isaac Opon. You're about 39 minutes on who's so mass about I like that. So I can't do about 2 matches. To me, I was okay because we have got baby now. Pressure on the bar, one and eight passes now, on an long passes, no creative chance. But he decided to introduce Zeze. Zeze who so far where in a free because over elaboration, too much time on the ball, need delay the transition. Hana the Lamtaba. You drop captain in Fege to introduce a Pitapa, solid. One Akofa Kalu Atarabae, one Manako bench. Now lad at bench for Frederick Asari so with them. I like that. Sheriff has started first game. Wako bench I might change decent. But the point is 3 matches for me. I understand that whole experiment. You are still trying to get your core team out. The constant starting 11 I'll be used to. You are yet to get that. Injuries, team the how and all those things. But the bottom line is in all the 3 matches that you've played, your first half is not as good as your second half. The second half is always better. Against Lions, excellent second half. Against Gold Stars, excellent second half. Against Karela, excellent second half. It means that players now will do almost shots, you know. So let's keep it. Let's maintain the excellent second half and get your first 11 right in such a way that when the second half perform, we're starting the first half aside the second half in the aqua into players who find so bad. Not tempo, not maintaining tempo so that Kotoko can win. We need that. We need that. So against Lions, no, Ibia. Tough game, but the mark of a good team and a big team is that they do 12 times they're able to pick the point. So I asked the question. Should we start talking about the sacking of Ogum after 1 year? And answer question that let's start deliberating over that. Now. Me personally, I think it's a project. Let's give the project time. But maybe your opinion will be different. This is Obed TV, and this is what I have for you this afternoon.